How do you begin a story? How do you change the world? Get a job? Fall in love? How do you make a good life for yourself? Well, you start with yourself by making peace with yourself. And these days, this can be a difficult thing to do, to find time for, to find the right tools for the job, the right information. To make peace with oneself begins with understanding oneself and then learning from the lessons of others. And while this information is certainly out there, especially now with the internet, there is so much of it that it can be difficult and time-consuming to sift through all that knowledge. What is needed is one place that gathers all the best information from various scientific fields and spiritual practices and puts it all in one place, presents it in an easy-to-understand, enjoyable, and entertaining format. This is the goal of the Common Sense Project. The Common Sense, a neurological expedition, is a live theatrical production which teaches its audience how the brain works through the context of the hero's journey, that great timeless tale which is a part of nearly every great myth and legend ever told throughout the world ever since humans began sharing stories. The hero's journey, as the scholar and author Joseph Campbell puts it, involves the hero being called into action. He is given special knowledge and tools for his journey and sets forth into the unknown. Along the way, he meets many wise characters, undergoes a series of trials, descends into darkness, re-emerges, wiser than before, and returns to his home to share what he has learned. In the end, he has essentially gained the wisdom needed to live a full and happy life. In the case of the Common Sense, the hero is played by a human-sized puppet, with a smaller puppet inside it to represent the spirit. Both puppets are operated by a team of performers who also play the various characters that the hero meets in his journey. Occasionally, they break character to inform the audience through lecture. They perform acrobatics, play with 3D projections, shadow puppets, and operate a wide array of contraptions and kinetic art pieces on stage, which demonstrate the various processes of the brain. They also deliver poems, songs, and monologues which speak to spiritual lessons and practices commonly found in various cultures all over the globe. This internationally touring show will also have an accompanying website which will feature footage from the show as well as 10-minute videos filmed in studio, which feature more of the same kinds of lessons but are more richly produced. The site will also feature a forum where people can share their own stories, their difficulties with depression and loss, techniques for dealing with suffering, and how and where they have found relief and joy. There will also be a market on the site where books and films based on these themes are sold, information about the nutritional needs of the brain and the best sources of nutrients, vitamins and supplements which aid in cognition, homeopathic remedies for various mental afflictions, and products and state-of-the-art technologies which can help a person on their journey to a better way of living. For example, a wristband that can record your sleep patterns and nutritional intake and amount of daily exercise. Millions of people throughout the world are greatly affected by mental health issues, disorders, they are often called. But often it is a simple lack of understanding which is at the root of their suffering. A great deal of the suffering a person experiences in their life can be relieved simply by knowing what is happening in their brain on a physiological level. What suffering remains can then be remedied through simple spiritual lessons which have stood the test of time, the knowledge gathered by our ancestors and shared from generation to generation. The Common Sense Project combines these two fields in the form of a mythological tale, written and performed for the times in which we are living, to shed light on the great mystery inside each of us, to understand ourselves and each other, so that together we can make the best possible use of our existence and to truly enjoy the experience of being a human. That's where our story begins.